The Sonoran Desert of the North American Southwest is a land of extremes. It can be hot. Summer temperatures have exceeded 120 degrees Fahrenheit in some parts. Yet, in spite of the extreme heat, this intriguing desert has a special feature: its dual rainy season. Here, winter storms from the Pacific Ocean and summer monsoons from the Sea of Cortez, as well as the Mexican highlands, bring precious moisture that earn the Sonoran Desert its nickname, the Green Desert. Following such periods of life-sustaining rain, the desert can explode in a stunning display of color and vegetation. And so, through thick and thin, this green desert supports more than 2,000 species of native plants and a delightful population of indigenous animal life. Significant portions of the Sonoran Desert have been set aside to protect vital habitat and preserve natural areas for the enjoyment of future generations. A major contributor toward the protection of this region is the Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge.
Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge is 860,000 acres of prime Sonoran Desert ecosystem. Over 400 species of plants and 200 species of animals welcome you to this vast landscape. This refuge was established in 1939 as a place to pretty much preserve the ability to hunt wildlife, in particular the Desert Bighorn sheep, and this was done largely by the Boy Scouts of America.
It's a really special place in that it holds a lot of endemic species, some wonderful landscapes, and a diversity of those landscapes from lower Bajadas to high mountains.
One of our hopes at Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge is that our visitors will come away understanding how valuable a wilderness landscape is, and also a wildlife refuge, to help preserve those animals that live within it, but to enjoy it on its own terms.
Refuges in general are wildlife first, so that's the main focus of a refuge. For recreation purposes, as in all wilderness areas, this place is a place that man comes as a visitor, but just does not stay.
The mission and the purpose is to preserve the wildlife that's contained herein, but also in particular the Sonoran Desert Pronghorn, which is an endangered species, and the Desert Bighorn Sheep, which is a huntable species that is emblematic of this ecosystem.
Pronghorn are America's version of the antelope. They're the fastest land mammal on the continent, a remnant of when the Great Plains looked a lot more like the Serengeti, evolving with American versions of the cheetah, lion, and hyena. Now, most people think of grasslands when they think of pronghorn, but the Sonoran pronghorn has special adaptations to the desert's harsh environment due to habitat loss and fragmentation, drought, climate change, human disturbance, that caused the numbers of Sonoran pronghorn to decline to the point where they were put on the nation's first endangered species list in 1967. After a year of severe drought in 2002, the U.S. population of Sonoran pronghorn crashed to just 21 individuals. We think we were months away from extinction. But that really lit a fire under managers. Since then, we have established a captive breeding program that has been incredibly successful. Back in 2004, the first 2 pronghorn in the captive breeding pen came from Mexico because there were so few Sonoran pronghorn left in the United States. But because of the success of our recovery efforts, But in December 2022, we were able to return 6 Sonoran Pronghorn back to Mexico.
Ranching has had a big impact on this landscape, and you can see that throughout this area. But further back, you can think about all the travels that folks did. Traveling west, El Camino del Diablo, this historic road that is preserved to this day, dates back to at least 1540 and thousands of years before that. The Hohokam and their descendants, the Hiachad Atam, the Tohono Atam, have all used this landscape. This wonderful verdant green desert was home to them and still is home to them.
Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge. Experience the panorama of wildlife, landscapes, and culture in the heart of the Sonoran Desert.